Hi kids, it's me again, Teacher Bevs. So for this week's video of our math class, we will be continuing our topic on multiplication. Since we are already finished with all our worksheets, we will now answer some of the activities in our book. So please get your Math 2A book and open Unit 6. Let's start. Multiplication, Unit 6 2A. So for today's clip, we will be answering two pages, which are page 170, number 2, page 172 to 173 of number 2. So let's start with our first exercise, which is on page 170. So please get your book and open this page and go to number 2. Okay, so let's start. So for number 2, we have this exercise. Let's read the instructions together. Find each product. So for this exercise, I will be giving you two examples as your guide so that you will know the right way when we multiply numbers. So I will be giving you example for number 1, which is 27 times 6. So here is our example. So these numbers have different names. So the number above, we call it multicand. Please follow me, say multicand. Very good. The number below, we call it multiplier. Again, say multiplier. The answer is what we call the product. Again, say product. Now, let's try to multiply these numbers. So, this is our first step when we multiply. So, when we multiply, we should multiply our multiplier with our first digit number of our multicand. So, what is the first digit of our multicand? So, we have number 7, which is why we multiply 6 to 7. So, 6 times 7 equals 42. So, 42 is composed of two-digit numbers. So, as for the rules of multiplication, we need to raise the second digit number up. So, 4 is our second digit, so we raise the number 4 up. Also, please remember that when you raise a number up, do not write it on top of your first digit number. So, your first digit number is in the first line. So, when you write number 4, you should write it in the second line. So this is our second line. So this is the second line. So you should put number 4 in the second line. Since we raise one number up, we will say 42 carry 4. Now let's go to our second step. We will multiply 6 with number 2. 6 times 2, we get 12. Then we will add the number that we carry, which is number 4. So 12 plus 4 equals 16, which gives us the answer 162. So this is my first example for number 1, and now let's move on to my second example. So let's answer 78 times 5. So here is the other example. So 78 times 5. So again, we will multiply our multiplier number 5 to our first digit of our multicand, which is number 8. So 5 times 8, we get 40. So it's 40 carry 4. Next, let's multiply 5 and 7. 5 times 7 equals First, we will answer and then add the number that we carry, which is number 4. So 7 times 5 equals 35. Plus 4, we get the number 39. So now our final answer is 390. So this is my last example for activity number 2 in page 170. So please answer the rest of this activity on your own. Now let's move on to page 172 to 173, number 2. So let's read the instructions together. Solve each word problem. Show your work. Now let's read the problem first. A class is divided into 3 groups. There are 14 students in each group. How many students are there in this class? So here I have 3 circles. So these 3 circles represents the group. So again, a class is divided into 3 groups. So meaning there are 3 groups. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. So there are 14 students in each group, meaning in one group there are 14 students. So for group 1 we have 14 students, group 2 we also have 14 students, and group 3 we also have 14 students. The question is, how many students are there in this class? So that means we are going to add the students in each group all together. So let's add 14 plus 14, we get 28. 28 plus 14, we get 42. So the answer is 42. Now I have the answer for number 1. Please copy this on your book and write the correct answer inside the box. So 14 times 3 equals how much? There are blank students in this class. So please write the correct answer inside the box. Now let's go to number 2. Let's read the problems together. Now let's read the second problem. David spent the last 3 days reading a storybook. He read 42 pages each day. How many pages are there in the storybook? Okay, now let's try to answer number 2. So here I have 3 circles. These 3 circles represent the days that he spent reading the storybook. So again, David spent the last 3 days reading a storybook. So we have day 1, day 2, and day 3. He read 42 pages each day. So we have 42 pages for day 1, 42 pages for day 2, and 42 pages for day 3. So let's add 42 plus 42, we get 84. Plus 42, we get 126. So this is the total pages that he have read for 3 days. So here is our answer for number 2. Please copy the answer on your book and write the correct answer inside the box. Now let's proceed to number 3. Let's read the problem together. Charles bought 2 packets of sweets. Each packet contained 15 sweets. He gave a sweet to each child on Halloween. How many children did he give sweets? Now let's answer this one. So again, Charles bought 2 packets of sweet. So I have here 2 groups or 2 circles. So these 2 circles represents the group. So each packet contained 15 sweets. So this is our pack 1 and our pack 2. So one packet contained 15 sweets. And the other packet also contained 15 sweets. The question is, how many children did he give sweets? So again, he gave a sweet to each child, meaning he gave 1 sweet because a represents singular form. So that means only 1. So we need to add these 2 numbers in each group. So 15 plus 15, the answer is 30. So that means 15 times 2 equals 30. So this is our answer for number 3. Please copy this on your book and write the correct answer inside the box. So that ends our activity for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in our next clip. Goodbye!